Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain, and today, sit a while for we are playing some more Out of the Park Baseball 22 with my Montreal Expos historical thingy that I'm doing here, which is losing more than winning, sadly. So last time out we had a kind of a tough 3-game series against the Marlins. We did win the last game, but even then it was very laborious. Now we are facing another expansion team. We are going to be hosting the Colorado Rockies today, so hopefully we can redeem ourselves a little bit here. So there's been some movement with my lineup, or roster I should say. So I have a lot of like starters that gonna end up being relievers for a little bit, I guess. We're gonna have to see what we do with that here. Alright, let's try to put Doris back as the setup guy, but I'm not too sure about that. He hasn't been exactly good, although his ERA is now finally under 10 at 9.97. That counts. That's under 10. Alright, so hopefully we can do some damage against the Rockies. Rockies are 18 and 29, so they're not doing all that great. We are going to be facing Tom Wegman in the first game of the 3-game series. Now, hopefully, we get Randy Tomlin to rejoin us soon. He's doing his rehab stint in AAA, so hopefully they gave him to me soon. So he's going to be better than a couple other options that I have right now in the lineup. Now, let's take a look at the Rockies, see what's going on with them. Oh, they do have some injuries. So Jim Musselwhite is hurt. He's not going to be playing. Eric Davis is hurt. Not gonna play as either. And Ken Hill is hurt and he's also not gonna be playing. Oh, he's been hurt for a while. Alright, so let's see. Tom Wegman is there, number 5 starter. Oh, the Rockies have Otis Nixon, Dave Anson, Scott Brosius, Jesse Barfield, Greg Myers, Scott Meadows, Mike Humphreys, and Jeff Houston. So it's not that terrible of a lineup, but they're not playing in Colorado right now, so they don't have that advantage over me. Well, I mean, I guess it's not really an advantage if I play there too, but we won't see the ball carry as much because that series is in Montreal. So we're finally back home. That was a little bit of a road trip there. Let's get started here. Alright, so I'm gonna keep this lineup like that. Alright, so yeah, I still have some relievers that are tired from all of that nonsense that went up against the Marlins. But at least I have a few options now that I can send that are rested. So definitely something to look forward to. Alright, so Tom Wegman, Miguel Batista. The Rockies are going to go with Mike Humphreys, Dave Anson, Scott Brosius, Jesse Barfield, Greg Myers, Scott Meadows, Tony Barron, and Jeff Houston. So they are giving Otis Nixon the night off, so his speed won't be a factor in this game unless he joins in later. Alright, it's in Montreal. I should have my settings set for that, for the view and everything, and I do. So as usual, go Expos and play ball. Right, Mike Humphreys first here for the Rockies, 2-2 to Humphreys here against Miguel Batista. We need a good start from Batista. He's due for having a better start to the season than what he's doing right now. Oh, and he strikes out. Oh. Good start, good start. Alright, Dave Anson is next. Hitting 250. 2-0 to Dave Anson. Oh, that's a hit. straight to center, right to Grissom there. So that's a single for Dave Hansen, and that brings up Scott Brosius. He's hitting 299. Oh, he's having a good season. All right, no count. Oh god, that's a wild pitch. All right, so now Hansen is at second, 1 out, 1-0. That's it, right at the third baseman Barbary, and he's out. Jesse Barfield is next. No count to Barfield. It weakly to third, and he's out. Alright, so we felt like we got into trouble for a second there, but as it turns out, everything is okay. Alright, so Delino the Shields gets us started here against Tom Wegman in the bottom of the first. So Wegman, how is he pitching this season? Oh, not all that great, huh? Yeah, too many runners on the base paths is pretty much the story of his season so far, but he does average almost 1 strikeout per inning, which is not too terrible. Not too terrible indeed. Alright, so 3-0 to the Shields to get started in the first here. And he walks. Alright, so we're starting with a bang here. We're starting with, you know, maybe not with a bang, but we're getting some speed on the base paths. Now Marquise Grissom is next with the Shields at first. Full count on Grissom. And he hits, oh, that's a hit. And the Shields will make it to third without a throw there. Oh, that's 11. It's an 11-game hitting streak for Marquise Grissom in this particular season here. All right, so we have MVP caliber Ivan Calderon, which is the next batter with runners on first and third, nobody out. 2-2 to Calderon, and that's it. Well, that's extra bases. Calderon continues with his excellent work this season. So only 1 run will score, though, with a double for Calderon. So Grissom stops at third, and we are up 1-0 here. That brings up Mark Whitten next. Still no outs here. So runners on second and third. 2-2 to Mark Whitten. That's it. To left. I think that's going to be deep enough for a run. Grissom goes. Oh yeah. Didn't even have to slide. Alright, so we are up 2-0 with the sac fly by hard-hitting Mark Whitten. Now we have Charles Johnson, the next batter. Runner on second, 1 out. 3-1 to Charles Johnson. That's a walk. Alright, so now we have runners on first and second, 1 out, and Brett Barbary is the next batter. Barbary hits for 292 this season. Pretty good. 2-2 to Barbary. Oh, that's it to second, and that's going to be a double play. So the inning ends there. We did get 2 runs on the board, and we are up 2-0 heading into the top of the second, where Greg Myers is going to be the first batter. Full count to Myers. Oh, that's a walk. That's not good. At least he shouldn't be a super fast runner. Now Scott Meadows is next. A runner on first, nobody out. 1-1 to Meadows. Oh, that's it to first. And, oh, almost a double play. So that's a fielder's choice. We got the lead runner at second, but Meadows is safe at first. So now there's 1 out runner on first. Tony Barron is next. He's hitting .344 this season. Good season for Tony Barron. No count. Oh, Meadows is going. And he's safe. So now we have a runner on second, 1 out, 3-1 to Tony Barron, and he walks. I guess that enables the double play here if we can get a ground ball somewhere. So Jeff Hewson is now the batter, 1 out, 2 runners on, 1-0. Come on, man. Oh, yeah, double play ball. That's our turn to get one of those. And we get out of the inning pretty unscathed, all things considered. Right, bottom of the second, Bill Doran is getting us started here against Tom Wegman. 3-0 to Billy. Hey, Jérôme Nollet, how are you doing today? All right, Ray Sanchez is next. Running on first, nobody out. 0-2 to Ray Sanchez. Oh, he got plunked. That's not good. Right in the ribs. Probably hurt a little bit, but he's not hurt, and I don't need to take him out of the game. I do ratings 1 to 100, yes. Alright, so we have the pitcher now, Miguel Batista with 2 runners on, no outs. He will be bunting. Oh, that's a balk. Awesome. Alright, so now the runners are on second and third. 2-1 to Batista. Now he's swinging. That's going to be a sac fly, I think. Is Doran going to be able to get it? I think so. Oh, yeah. Alright, we're up 3-0. Yep, I do ratings 1 to 100. Always have. I know a lot of people like to do like the scout ratings of 20 to 80, but I never were able to get into that for whatever reason. So I just do 1 to 100. Right, the Shields is next. Runner on second, 1 out. After that sac fly, the Shields, it's pretty hard, but right at first base. I'm only the manager. I don't GM. Which is why I don't have Larry Walker anymore, because my first GM was a stupid moron and he traded him for spare parts. I've been playing out of the park baseball since version 9, and I would say about 4 versions ago I wanted to try something different for a challenge, because I had a bunch of house rules that I had where I had to limit myself with the amount of trades that I was gonna do, and free agents and everything, and honestly it was to the point where it didn't feel as fun playing anymore because I had all of those rules. So I decided to give manager only a shot just to see how it went, and I was like, man, my GM just took my best point producer out of my lineup, and now, that is a challenge, so I kind of stuck with it since. All right, Grissom is next. Runner on third, 2 outs. Yeah, maybe I'm brave or just plain stupid, but it's been working for me. To be fair, I feel that, some GMs, and I think it reflects real life, my current GM is actually not too bad, but I've definitely had a couple seasons where it was a little dreadful. I won't lie, but this one, so far so good. So we'll see what he does. He extended the Shields, so I have the Shields for a few more years. He extended Mark Whitten as well. After that, the guy before him got Mark Whitten. He also extended him, so that's pretty good. Hopefully we can build on that. Strike out here. We struck out the pitcher. So how long have you been playing out of the park baseball? Mike Humphreys, the next batter here, with 1 out, 1-0. That's an easy fly ball to Mark Whitten, and he's out. All right, Dave Hansen is the next batter. 3-0 to Dave Hansen. Oh yeah, he walked. It's almost always a walk when it's 3-0. It used to be then 4 or 5 versions ago they changed that, where sometimes the guy is gonna swing. Yes, I did actually. I had which one did I add? Oh god, I still have the box somewhere in the garage. I think it was 2001 or 2002. It was one of the first ones of I Eat Baseball. I didn't play them after that, but I actually liked that series quite a bit. I went through a phase about a year and a half ago where I was looking at older baseball games. So I own all consoles. I'm a collector. I got MVP Baseball 05 on the PS2, and I got the college baseball game as well. And I was looking at the latest I Eat Baseball that they released. I think it's Kurt Schilling on on the cover when he was playing for Arizona, I believe. I looked at it, but it didn't have good ratings or anything, so I didn't pull the trigger on that. I played Baseball Mogul for 3 or 4 years as well prior to discovering Out of the Park Baseball. What really drew me to it was like the fictional and historical parts were a little bit more solid. So, yeah. Alright, so third inning went pretty good for us, and now MVP caliber Ivan Calderon is next. What a crazy season he's on. Alright, no count on Calderon. Oh, he lines out to first. So who's your favorite team? Mark Whitten is next, 1-1. Oh, that's well hit here. That's going to be extra bases. I believe that's going to be a double, and it is. Mark Whitten with a double here after 1 out in the third inning. Wow, cool. So, so obviously the Expos was my favorite team. I'm from Quebec. Pretty sure you figured it out with my accent already. But so Expos was my favorite team, and then I don't really have a team per se, but the Padres is kind of the team that I play as if I play the show a little bit or something like that. So I kind of like the Padres a little bit more than other teams, but I wouldn't call myself a huge fan or anything like that. I'm a fanless baseball fan, I guess. I'll just tune on, pretty much any team that plays and just watch that. Oh, Charles Johnson strikes out here. Alright, so there's 2 outs now. Whitten is at second. Brett Barbary, the batter. 0-2 to Barbary. So are you old enough to have lived the years where the Padres kind of like got all of those super expensive players and like got the new ballpark at that time and then kind of sold off the team for a while, and now you're just kind of starting to be really good again or something? Or are you too young to remember that? Alright, Jesse Barfield is gonna start the Rockies off here. Oh. And he's out. Yeah. It's just the way it is. For a while, I followed the Reds a little bit out of, whatever reason. And then I worked with a guy that was a big Cards fan. So I followed them a little bit more at that point. But, I don't really have a strong allegiance to a team right now. My team was the Expos. That's how it was. So. Alright, so runner on first. 1 out. Scott Meadows. Oh, he stole the base. That's what he did earlier. 2-1 to Meadows. That's a hit again. Alright, so runners on first and second. 1 out. And Tony Barron, who's having a really good season, and I walked him earlier. 0-2. Oh, strikeout looking. I love that. Except when it's my players, of course. Jeff Hewson is next with 2 outs, 2 runners on, 1-0. That's it. Very weakly to the pitcher, and he's out. Oh, gotcha. Well, I don't know how much. Yeah. I don't know how much of my series you're watching or have watched or whatever, because I also upload it on YouTube, but the Padres in my universe drafted A-Rod, so yeah, your Padres should be set there for a while, as long as they hold on to him. Alright, so Billy Doran is gonna get us started in the bottom of the 4th here. And he walks. Alright, so I walk for Billy Darn. Ray Sanchez is next. Oh, that's a nice opposite field hit for Ray Sanchez. The man who had probably no power in his bat. I know, right? And I mean, I'm expecting them to like regress eventually, but I'm at the end of May right now, like the last week of May or something, and he's hitting 437. He's first in the major leagues by a long shot, but he's second in WAR to Ken Griffey Jr., which, you know, Ken Griffey Jr. was a pretty complete player, so I can see that. All right, so we move the runner from first to second. So what's your favorite way to play out of the park baseball? I have two different universes. I only stream one because the other one I don't think would be very interesting. I have my historical with the Expos, and I also created a fictional universe with Pro Rel that I kind of like as well. So, do you play current day? What's your favorite way to play? As the Shields is hopefully going to get us a hit here. Oh yes, he does. Should be good for 2 runs. And it is. All right, so we had. All right, so we scored 2 runs, but Ray Sanchez got hurt, so that part kind of sucks. All right, Marquise Grissom is next. Runner on first, 1 out. We're up 5-0 here. The Shields goes. Oh, he's out. All right, 2 outs now. 1-1 to Grissom. Oh, that's a hit, I think. Yes, it is. All right, so single for Grissom. Okay, that works. Whatever is fun for you. Do you play current day, or do you like to try to change history for your Padres or something? Alright, Calderon is next. No count. Oh, Grissom is going. Oh, he's safe. Come on, Ivan. 1 and 2. Oh, that was a bad pitch to swing. Oh, he's gonna be safe on an error. That still lowers his average, but I guess technically he's on base. Alright, so it's 6-0 now. Yeah, I love rebuilds too. That's pretty much the challenge there. Alright, 0-2 to Witten, and he strikes out. Alright, so that's the end of the 4th inning for us, but we did score 3 more runs. We're up 6-0. Smooth sailing for now, but we did lose Ray Sanchez to an injury. So I'm going to bring Todd Haney to play shortstop for him. Yeah, I can understand that. Do you also play or have any interest in the hockey version of the game that this company makes as well? Because I'm Canadian, so of course I do, and I have a long time series on it on YouTube. But so last year I did several seasons with the Sens that I did videos for, and by the end I got bored. There's a year I lost maybe 9 games. My team was too strong. So yeah, I'm with you. It's a lot more fun when you have a challenge where you have to use your wits to win, I guess. Alright, Dave Hansen is next. Full count on Dave Hansen. Oh, that's a hit for Dave Hansen yet again. He got on base earlier too. Alright, so 2 outs now. Scott Brosius is next, 1-2. Alright. So we get out of the 5th inning. Alright, so Miguel Batista gives me what I asked for, which is a quality start. So we're good. Alright, so the Rockies are bringing in John Salas as the reliever now. Alright, and Charles Johnson is the batter. That's it weekly to second, and he's out. Oh yeah, I believe it. Could also do the Rays, I guess. Why is it that both teams in Florida are so poor? What's going on down there? I don't know. Alright, 1-0 to Barbary. Oh, that's a hit. Solid hit, too. Alright, so runner on first with 1 out, and that's going to bring up Billy Doran. Come on, Billy. Full count on Billy. And he walks. Hey, FJ, how are you, man? Todd Haney is next. Okay, I have runners on first and second, 1 out, 1-1. Now Todd Haney came in to replace the injured Ray Sanchez, who it said that he hurt his back, but you know, he still ran to the dugout after scoring his run. Alright, so go back to work. That's right. Oh, you started your new job, or is that gonna be your first week? Yeah, I can see that. I've never been to Florida. That's about to change. I'm going there at the end of July for vacation. Alright, so how is work treating you then? How's your janitorial job treating you? Is it like I told you, do you get to like kind of just do your thing and listen to music and everybody's kind of just leaving you alone, or is it more involved than that? Alright, Batista. We're at 72 pitches with Batista. Yeah, we're good. You can proceed further. Gotcha. I don't remember what part of Florida. I just know that it's going to be in the Panhandle by the Gulf, but I don't remember the city. So that's where we're going to be. My girlfriend's mom rents a huge beach house, and we're going to be there for a week. It's going to be 20 of us. It's a huge 3-story house and whatnot, so pretty excited. Yeah, I told you that it's how it was going to be. So are you doing that until you go back to school, or did you... I know you didn't like what you were studying in, so are you sticking with that, or are you going to be working for a while until you figure things out? Scott Meadows is going to be the next batter here with 2 outs for the Rockies. Oh, and he's out. All right. Awesome. So... I don't think it's Panama City because I've heard the name of that city before, so I don't think it's there. I want to say that there's like the word heaven in there or something. Is it possible? I don't know. I would have to go and ask my girlfriend. She's in the other room. I'm not gonna do that right now. And cool, FJ, but keep in mind, you know, if you're miserable in what you're studying, you know, you're probably going to be miserable, you know, getting a job in that field. And I'm not advocating for being a dropout. That's not what I'm saying. Just keep that in mind. Alright, feel free to stop by anytime, man, and enjoy the Padres. Oh, FJ likes the Padres as well, by the way. 3-2. Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. What are you going to change your major to now? Alright, Calderon is coming in. Grissom's at first, 1 out. Oh, no count. Grissom is going, I'm sure he is. And he's safe. Communications. Oh, that's good. it's so hard sometimes to figure out what we want to do with the rest of our lives, right? I mean, they try to prepare you in school for stuff like that and everything, but I never knew what I wanted to do, so, I mean, I was interested in a lot of things, I couldn't pick one. So I screwed up. Oh, that's well hit by hard hitting Mark Whitten. That's extra bases. That's gonna be a few more runs here. One more run. It is 7-0 now. Charles Johnson is next, 0-1. And that's gonna be a hit. And Whitten should score on that. And he does, so a productive single. Alright, FJ, you enjoy the rest of your day. Right, Brett Barbary is next. He grounds it to second, and he's out. Alright, so the Expos get 2 more runs here in the bottom of the 6th, and we are up 8-0 against the Rockies. We are rocking the Rockies, and I'm sure that 1,000,000 announcers made that joke before. Alright. 79 pitches. Wow, it took you 7 pitches to get out of the 6th inning. That's pretty economical. I like that. 1 and 2. That's a home run. Alright, so Barron just got a home run. So there goes the shutout. And it is 8-1. I am not panicking just yet, but yeah. Alright. Brings up Jeff Houston, 0-1 to Houston. Grounds it to first. Alright, so Batista is not rattled. He gets the next batter out. That's good. John Salas is next. 1-1. Grounds it to short. And he's out. Alright. Mike Humphreys is next. 1-1 to Humphreys. Grounds it to first. And he's out. Perfect. Alright, and we are up 8-1. The Rockies do get on the board with a solo blast by Tony Barron. Right, Billy Doran gets us started in the 7th. John Salas is still the pitcher for the Rockies. Full count to Billy Doran, and he walks. So we have now a runner on first with nobody out. Next batter is going to be Todd Ainey. 1-2 to Ainey. Oh, that's well hit. That's going to be extra bases all the way to the fence. We can't see because of the pole. Alright, so Doran scores. Oh. Alright, so the runner scored, and Ainey tried to get all the way to third base, but he got thrown out. So bases are empty. 1 out. We're up 9-1 now. Miguel Batista, I'm keeping him in. He's pitching really well. Plus, I still have a bunch of relievers that need a rest, so why not? Alright, and he grounds out, and now the Shields is the next batter. 0-2 to the Shields. That's it. Right in right field, center field, sorry, and he is out. Alright, so we go in the top of the 8th, and yeah, Batista, probably one more inning in him, I would think, unless things start to unravel here. So Dave Anson, 0-2, and he strikes out. Go take a seat, Dave. Scott Brosius is next, 3-0. Oh, and he walks. Alright, so we have a runner on board now with 1 out, and Jesse Barfield is going to be the batter. No count. That's it weekly. The Shields after it, and he gets it. 2 outs. Greg Myers is the next batter, 3-1, and he walks. Alright, so Batista did walk quite a few batters today, but all in all, he's only allowed 1 run. Alright, Scott Meadows is next. 2 outs, 2 runners on, 2-0 to Meadows, and it's it to third. And we get the runner at second, and the inning is over. Still 9-1. Marquise Grissom is now the batter. John Sell is still the pitcher for the Rockies. 0-2 to Grissom. It's it to left, and looks like they're gonna get it, and they do. Barron makes the catch, 1 out. Oh, Jesse Orozco is now the pitcher for the Rockies. He's here to face Ivan Calderon. That's not a great game for Calderon, only 1 for 4. 0-1 for Calderon. That's it, weekly to third. Oh, that's another error. Wow. That's twice that Calderon is safe on an error in this game. Alright, so Calderon is at second. There's 1 out, and hard-hitting Mark Whitten is the batter. Full count. And that's it. Oh, that's a homer. Oh, no. Made it all the way to the fence. I thought it was going to be a home run. That's a triple. So Mark Whitten with the triple. That's still pretty good. And we get another run, and it's 10-1. Hopefully we have enough runs left in our bag for the next 2 games of this series. Oh, Charles Johnson is next, 1-0. Grounds it to second, and he's out. So Whitten scores on the play, but now there's 2 outs with nobody on, and Brett Barbary is going to be the batter. 1-1 to Barbary. Grounds it to second, and he's out. Alright, but the Expos get 2 more runs, and we are up 11-1. Do I try to go the distance with Batista? This is the 90s. We don't really care about pitch count yet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... Let's get a reliever in. Alright, so what am I facing? Righty, lefty, and then a pinch hitter. Let's bring in Carl Pavano. Alright, so Pavano's gonna face Tony Barron first. 2-1 to Barron. And that's it really well. That's gonna be extra bases. That's a triple for Tony Barron right off the bat. Alright. So Barron has a triple, and now Jeff Hewson is the batter with nobody out. 2-0. Yeah, that should be deep enough to bring Barron in. Grissom gets the ball. Yeah, not even a throw. So it is 11-2. That's fine. We still have a great lead. Now there's 1 out, and there's nobody on. Paul Sorrento is going to be the batter now. 2-1 to Paul Sorrento. That's it right at the shields for the out. 2 outs. And Mike Humphreys is next. 1-0 to Humphreys. Grounds it to first, and he's out. Alright. So we win 11-2 the first game of the series. Pretty good game all in all. I think the offense was pretty well spread out. Wow, Bill Doran has no official at-bats. He walked 4 times. Now that's something. And he scored 3 of those times. Alright, so we are going to advance a day, see what happens. Oh, so Jim Day might be back soon as well. He's probably going to go, I would think, in rehab. Or maybe not. No. No rehab time for Jim Day. Straight back in my lineup. Okay. Okay. And Carl Pavano goes back to Double-A, where he should be there. He's 18, for crying out loud. Keep the kid down. All right. So now let's see what we have. I guess I'm gonna keep Jim there as a long reliever still. I'm gonna go change it in here. Alright. So we don't look too bad here. Okay. Alright, so our next game here is still going to be at Olympic Stadium against the Rockies. And for that game, we are going to be facing Brian Kenny. And we are going to send Oil Can Boyd. Now let's see, Kenny. He's not doing too good. Let's see if we can shellac the Rockies again after an 11-2 display of power from my part. Let's see if we can do it again. Alright, so Ray Sanchez is hurt, but he can play. So, so you know what? For one day, I'm not gonna risk making the injury worse. So let's give the start to Todd Haney right off the bat. There you go. Then the next game, Ray Sanchez can start. Other than that, I'm gonna keep the lineup the same. I mean, we had a really good game. So the Rockies are gonna go with Otis Nixon back in the lineup, Mike Humphreys, Scott Brosius, Jesse Barfield, Scott Meadows, Tony Barron, Ron Coomer, and Jeff Hewson is gonna play tired at shortstop. All right, let's get this thing started. Alright, so Oil Can Boyd started the season 0-5. He won his last 2 starts, so hopefully that's something that he can continue on. Otis Nixon is going to be the first batter for the Rockies, and of course, play ball. Alright, no count to Nixon to get it started. Now, hopefully he doesn't get on base because he is really fast, so I don't need his speed. Oh, dear God. Okay. All right. So he starts with a single. He's probably going to try to steal. Okay. So that brings up Mike Humphreys with Otis Nixon and his wheels at first. Nobody out. 0-1. And that's it, right? That's another single. Now, Nixon makes it to third base. All right. So runners on first and third, nobody out. Scott Brosius is now the batter, 1-0. And Humphreys steals the base, so now they have runners on second and third with nobody out. Oil Can Boyd is not starting the game all that great so far, 2-1. And that's a hit to left. I believe that 2 runs are going to score on that. Yes, it happened. Alright, so Rockies are up 2-0 already and nobody's out yet. Heck, the fans are not even all sitting in the stands. And it's already 2-0 for the Rockies. Jesse Barfield is next, 0-1. Oh, snap throw to first, but yeah, he's safe. 2-2 to Barfield. And he strikes out. Alright, so we have 1 out now, runner on first. Scott Meadows is the next batter. 1-2 to Meadows. Oh, and he strikes out. Alright. So runner on first, 2 outs now. Tony Barron is the batter. 2-2. And he strikes out. Alright, so after being completely bad, Oil Can Boyd strikes out, that ends up striking out the side. But we're down 2-0. Alright, so Brian Kenny, what kind of pitches do you have? A fastball, a slider, a changeup, and a fork ball. Alright. So he might be a ground ball hitter, I'm guessing. No, actually a fly ball pitcher, so your fork ball is probably not very effective. Alright, so the Shields, first batter here. No count on the Shields. Come on, man. Give me a hit. That's it to center, and it's a hit. Cool. Maybe I should ask for more hits if my players are going to listen to me. All right, Marquise Grissom is the next batter, runner on first. No count. And that's it well by Grissom. That's extra bases all the way to the wall. I think the Shields is gonna score on that. And he is. That's a triple for Marquis Grissom. And we reduce the lead by 1, and it is now 2-1 for the Rockies after a triple by Marquis Grissom. And that's 12 straight games with a hit for him. Right, Ivan Calderon is next. Nobody out. Runner on first. No count on Calderon. Oh, that's a pass ball. Or wild pitch, rather. And Grissom scores. The game is tied. And now we have Calderon as the batter. 1-1 to Calderon. That's it to center. And he's out. Humphreys with the catch. Mark Whitten is the next batter. 1-1 to Whitten. Grounds it to second. And he's out. Charles Johnson is next. 0-1 to Charles Johnson. Oh, that's a opposite field along the line. That's gonna be a double. Double for Charles Johnson, and we are threatening with a runner in scoring position. 2 outs. Brett Barbary the batter. 2-2, and he strikes out. Right, so Ron Coomer is going to get the Rockies started in the start of the second here, 0-1. Jeff Houston is next, 3-2. Oh, strikeout. Brian Kenny is next, 2-2 to Brian Kenny. Oh, that's it. That's a fly ball to right, Whitten after it. All right, so the Rockies go down 1-2-3, and we are going into our own side of the second inning with Billy Doran, the batter. 2-0 to Billy Doran. That's, oh yeah, that's well it to center. That's a single. All right, Todd Aney is going to be the next batter now. 2-0 to Todd Aney. That's a single to left. Alright, so we have runners on first and second now, nobody out. Oil Can Boyd is more than likely going to bunt here, 0-1, and he is bunting. Alright. Alright, so runners on second and third, 1 out. Delino De Shields is now the batter, so with a hit here, it could really hurt the Rockies. No count to the Shields, and that's it weekly. Oh! And he ends up being safe. That's an error by the second baseman. So we are now up 3-2. Runners on first and third, 1 out. Marquis Grissom comes to bat, 1-0 to Grissom, and De Shields is going. And he steals. That's his 20th stolen base of the season. Right, 1-2 to Grissom, and that's it to center for a hit. A couple runs are probably gonna score here, I'm guessing. Yep. And Grissom ends up at second base, so we score 2 more runs, and we are now up 5-2. Ivan Calderon is next with a runner on second, 1 out. 3-1 to Calderon, and that's it to right, but right at the right fielder who dives to get the ball. 2 outs. Mark Whitten is next, 1-1. Grissom is going, and that's a steal. 29th of the season for him. 3-2. Oh! And Mark Whitten strikes out swinging. That actually was a good pitch. It was just outside of the strike zone. Down and away. Hi, Otis Nixon is the first batter here. 1-2 to Nixon. Oh. So Todd Aney jumped, but he couldn't get the ball. So Nixon is on base yet again. And now Mike Humphreys is the next batter with a runner on first, nobody out. No count. Nixon is going. And he's safe. That's only his 9th stolen base of the season. Did he get hurt or something? Oh, he's not playing all that much. Right, Mike Humphreys is next. or he's still at bat. 0-2 to Humphreys now. Oh, that's weakly it here. Billy Doran with the catch. Perfect. 1 out. Scott Brosius is next. No count. And he's safe. Alright. So Otis Nixon stole third base is what happened. 3-1 to Brosius now. And he walks. Alright, that enacts the... Oh, look at that. Zoop. I am a robot. Right, Jesse Barfield is next, and that opens up the double play, which I hope I'm gonna get here. No count. Oh no, that's it. Pretty deep in left, or at least deep enough for Nixon to score pretty easy. So it is now 5-3. But now there's 2 outs. Scott Meadows is the batter. No count on Meadows. That's a single to center. So there's runners on first and second with 2 outs. And Tony Barron is not a batter. 3-2. And that's another hit. Dang. It is now 5-4. Right, 2 outs, runners on first and third. Now Ron Coomer is the batter. 1-1 to him. And that's a pass ball. So it's tied at 5. That's going to be one of those games. So runner on second, 2 outs, 3-1 on Coomer, and he walks. Now Jeff Houston is next, 1-2 to him. And he's out. Alright. So that was laborious, but we got out of the third inning here. Now let's see if we can get some runs of our own. Charles Johnson is first in line here. Full count to Charles Johnson. That's it. Really weakly to the pitcher, and he's out. Brett Barbary is next. 0-1 to Barbary. Oh, that's it to center with some carry, but it's cut by Humphreys. 2 outs. Bill Doran, the next batter, 1-1 to Doran. And that's it to right. Barfield after it, and he catches it for the 3rd out. So the Expos go down 1-2-3 in the 3rd inning. And we have a tight game, 5-5, heading into the 4th inning. Dave Hansen is first here. 2-0 to Dave Hansen. That's it to left, and that's going to be a hit. Alright, Otis Nixon is next. Full count to Nixon. That's it to short. We only get the lead runner. So 1 out now with Otis Nixon at first. Mike Humphreys the batter. No count. Nixon is going, and he's safe. 1-1 to Humphreys now. Oh god, that's it really well. That's going to be extra bases, maybe even a triple. No, that's a double for Humphreys. Nixon scores, of course. It is now 6-5 for the Rockies. This is a little bit of a crazy game. Right, Scott Brosius is next with a runner on second, 1 out, 1-0. Hit weakly, and Doran gets it for out number 2. Jesse Barfield is next, 2-1 to Barfield, and that's going to be a hit down the left field line. And the Rockies score another run on a double by Jesse Barfield, and I think I am going to pull my pitcher. Alright, yeah, it's time to pull the plug on Oil Can Boyd. Not good. Not good, buddy. Yeah, let's go with Gabe White, maybe, or maybe Jim Day. He just came back from injury. Yeah, let's use Jim Day. All right, first batter is going to be Scott Meadows that he faces. 2 outs, runner on second. 0-2 to Meadows, and he strikes out. There you go. But the Rockies scored twice, so now we're down 7-5 in the bottom of the fourth. Jesse Orozco is the pitcher now for the Rockies, and Todd Aining is our batter, 2-2. That's it to short, and he's out. 1 out. I'm gonna keep Jim there in the game. He's 0-2. Grounds it to short, and he's out. Delino the Shields is next. 1-2 to Delino. Grounds it to short, and he's out. All right, 3 grounder to short in the fourth inning, and we're still down 7-5. Jim Day is now going to pitch to Tony Barron. 3-1 to Tony Barron. That's it to first. Doran gets it, and he's out. 1 out. Ron Coomer is next. No count on Coomer. Grounds it to second base. The Shields with the relay, and he's out. Jeff Hewson is now the next batter. 0-1 to Hewson. Grounds it to the mound, and he's out. Alright, so they pitches well yet again, and the Rockies are down 1-2-3. Now Marquise Grissom is the first batter here against Jesse Orozco in the 5th inning. No count to Grissom. It's a to right, but pretty much right at Barfield, so that's 1 out. Ivan Calderon is next. 1-2 to Ivan, and he strikes out. So Ivan has no hits so far this season. That's rare. Maybe that's the game where he starts declining and his average is gonna go back to more normal numbers. I hope not, but who knows. Mark Whitten is next. 1-2 to Whitten. Grounds it to first, and he's out. So we're still down 7-5. Now Terry Jorgensen is going to be the batter for the Rockies. 2-2 to Jorgensen. Grounds it to short, and he's out. Otis Nixon is next. No count on Nixon. Grounds it to third, and he's out. 2 outs for the Rockies in the 6th. Mike Humphreys comes up next. 3-1 to Humphreys. It's a 2 center. Oh, what a dive by Grissom. And Colorado is done. What a play. Alright, so Jerry Sprodlin is now going to be the pitcher for the Rockies. Charles Johnson is the first batter, 1-1. Brett Barbary is the next batter. 1-0. He grounds it to short, and he's out. Come on, BD, get us started with something here. 3-1 to BD. And that's weakly hit to center. And he's out. Alright. We're having some problems getting the offense started now. Yeah, I'm still pitching with the here. So Brosius is going to be the first batter here in the 7th. 1-1. That's it to right. And that's a hit. It fell right in front of Whitten. Runner on first, nobody out. Jesse Barfield, 1-2 to Barfield. He grounds it to short. Alright. So we got Barfield at first, but Brosius makes it to second base. Now Scott Meadows is the batter with a runner on second. No count, and intentional walk. So that enacts the double play here with Tony Barron, the batter. He's been pretty good. Right, no count. Oh, double play ball just like we wanted. And there you go. Double play. And the 7th inning is over for the Rockies. Right, so Sprodlin is still the pitcher here, and we're going to go with Todd Aining, 0-1. Oh, that's a weak grounder. Pitcher gets it, and he's out. Right, we're gonna bring Ruben Rivera here as a pinch hitter. 1 and 2 to Rivera, and he strikes out. The Shields is next. Full count to the Shields. And he walks. Alright, we have some speed, but there's 2 outs. So we need for Grissom to take out some of his magic. Oh god, that was a pitch out. So the Shields got taken out stealing. Alright, so we are going in the top of the 8. Yeah, let's go with Robert Ondorf. He's been pretty decent so far. Alright, so Ron Coomer is the first batter in the 8 for the Rockies. 0-2 to Coomer. Oh, and he strikes out, so 1 out. Ondorf with the strikeout to get us started. Jeff Houston is the batter now, 1-1. And he grounds it to third, and he's out. 2 outs. Kiefer Rackley is now the batter for the Rockies. 0-1. Oh, he gets drilled in the back. That ought to hurt. Now Otis Nixon is next. No count on Nixon, and Rackley steals the base. 1-2 to Nixon, and he strikes out. All right, go take a seat, Otis. All right, bottom of the 8. Marvin Freeman is now the pitcher for the Rockies, and he might have a save situation unless I can turn things around here. So Grissom strikes out looking. No bueno. No bueno, Grissom. Ivan Calderon is next. 0-2 to him, and he strikes out as well. That's not good. Mark Whitten. 0-1 to Whitten. That's it. Oh, that's a base hit along the third baseline, and I believe that's going to be a double. I cannot see, but I believe it's going to be a double. Yes, it is. It's 10th of the season. Now Charles Johnson is next. Yeah, we need a hit here. 3-1. And that's it to left, but it's cut by Nixon, so the inning is over. We're still down 7-5, heading into the top of the 9th. I think I'm going to continue with Ondorf here against Mike Humphreys. 2-2. Grounds it to short. Aney with the throw, and he's out. 1 out. Scott Brosius is next. 0-2 to Brosius. Grounds it to third. Barbary gets him. 2 outs. Jesse Barfield is next. 2-2 to Barfield. Hits it to first. Doran gets it, and he's out. Alright, pretty painless inning. Right, what do we have here? So Eric Plunk is coming in a save situation for the Rockies. Right, Barbary is the first batter here. 1-2 to Barbary. Grounds it to short, and he's out. 1 out. Billy Doran is next. 1-1. Oh god. A grounder to first. Alright, so we have 1 out left to work with. Todd Aney did get a hit earlier in this game. I think I want to bring a pinch hitter. I don't have any left bats, so I'll just swing with him. 1-1 to Aney. That's it to center, and he's out. Alright, so the Rockies get us in the second game, 7-5. After we trounced them 11-2 in the first game of the series. Alright. So yeah, Ken Boyd was terrible in this game. let's finish today. See what happens. All right. Oh. Okay, Gary Ott. Okay, so Gabe White was sent back to AAA, and Carl Pavano continues to travel the world as he's been recalled from AA. Okay. Alright, so I'm not really gonna look at the American League, but I want to see if yeah, Ivan Calderon is definitely the first one with votes in left field with the crazy season he's having. So, oh, Charles Johnson is second for catchers. Yep, that's pretty much it right now for us here. Okay, alright, what do we have here? I have to fix my pitchers. Do I want to put Pavano as a starter, or do I want to keep that Ben Van Ryn guy? Did you even... Oh, Ben Van Ryn did play a little bit in the majors. Not much, but he did. Okay. I'll keep you in the starting rotation. We'll see what happens. They tend to move Pavano around a lot, so I don't really want to give him this starter position. Okay, alright, so Dave Veers is going to be the next pitcher we face here. And we're going to be sending Carlos Perez, who is also struggling this season. I think I'm gonna give a day off to Charles Johnson, play Tony Pena in that one. There we go. Alright, so the Rockies are gonna go with Otis Nixon, Tony Barron, Scott Brosius, Jesse Barfield, Ron Coomer, Terry Jorgensen, Greg Myers, Kiefer Rackley, and of course Dave Veers. Alright, so they're going with a couple different new looks here. Hopefully we can beat them. Alright, so as usual, play ball! Alright, Carlos, I need a good start by you now. And first batter is going to be Otis Nixon, of course, for the Rockies. No count to Nixon. He stole a few bases in the last game. Yeah, and he's out after a grounder to the pitcher, 1 out. Tony Barron is next, playing first base today. No count on Tony Barron. And he grounds it to third, Barbary, and he's safe. That's an infield single. Alright, Scott Brosius is next. Runner on first, 1 out. 0-1. That's it to center. Grissom should have that. And he does. 2 outs. Jesse Barfield is next. He has a lot of power against lefties, so hopefully Carlos can strike him out, and he won't. No count. That's a home run, I think. Alright, so Rockies take a 2-0 lead here in the first inning on a 2-run blast by Jesse Barfield. Now Ron Coomer comes up next. Full count to Coomer. And he walks. Alright, Carlos Perez with problems at the start of the game yet again. He had a good season last year. What happened, buddy? 2-2 to Carlos. Oh, that's a strikeout. We are going to take that. And the inning is over. Alright. So the Shields gets us started against Dave Veers. Veers has not won so far this season. He's 0-6. Yeah, he's allowing a lot of runners on base. Wow. In 56 and 2/3 inning, he's allowed 77 hits and 22 walks. That's a lot of runners on base here. So let's see if we can take advantage of that. Let's see if he's going to be generous with us as well. So the Shields is 0-1. And that's it to center. And he's out. 1 out. Next batter is going to be Marquise Grissom. 2-0 to Grissom. Oh, he tried to bunt for hit. Didn't work. 3-1. Alright, he walks. So that works. He's on base. He has speed. And Ivan Calderon is the next batter. 1-1 to Calderon. And he hits it straight to the shortstop. And the lead runner is out. So there's 2 outs. Calderon's at first. Mark Whitten is now the batter. No count. No, Calderon is going. They did not throw to him. Or throw to try to get him at second. Full count to Whitten now. Runner on second base. 2 outs. And that's it by Whitten, but right at the first baseman. And we do not get a run here. Alright, so still 2-0 Rockies here. Now Greg Myers is the batter. 0-2 to Greg Myers in the second inning, and he strikes out. Right, Kiefer Rackley is the next batter. Full count. And he walks. Dave Veers is the next batter. Oh, that's a bunt. And that advances the runner. Whew. Alright, 2 outs, runner on second. Otis Nixon is the batter. No count to Nixon, and that's it to second. And he's out. Alright. So we did not allow a run this inning. Now let's see if we can get some of our own. Brett Barbery is going to be the first batter in the second inning here. 1-2 to Barbery. That's it to short. And he's out. 1 out. Billy Doran is the next batter. 1-2 to Billy. It's it to left. And he's out. Ray Sanchez is recovered from his injury, so he's playing today. Full count to Ray Sanchez. 2 outs. That's it weekly, but it's gonna fall in for a hit. So Ray Sanchez gets a hit here after 2 outs, and that brings up Tony Pena. No count. Oh, that's a wild pitch. Alright, so now with a hit, we can reduce the lead. 1-0. Oh, that's it right at the second baseman, and Tony Pena is out. Alright, so we do not get a run. We're still down 2-0. Tony Barron, the batter in the top of the third for the Rockies. 1-2. Oh, that's it weekly. And that's an infield hit. Brosius is next. 1-0. Oh, that's it pretty well. All the way to the fence. That's going to be extra bases. We cannot see. Yep. Alright, so that's a double. A run scores. It's 3-0 now for the Rockies in the top of the third. Carlos is still struggling. Jesse Barfield is our next batter. No count on him. And that's it to left. That's going to be a base hit again. Alright, so Brosius did not score on that. So there's still no out. Runners on first and third. Ron Coomer, the batter. No count on Coomer. That's it to left. Oh god, is it going to be deep enough? Come on, Ivan. Oh, yeah, they're not going. 1 out. Still the same situation. Terry Jorgensen, the batter. 1-1 to him. That's it to second base. Come on. And that's a double play. There you go. Alright, so we did our run, but we got out of the inning pretty neatly after that. So it is 3-0 Rockies here in the bottom of the third. Carlos Perez is going to be our batter. He's actually a pretty good hitter. He has as many home runs as Delino De Shields, Brett Barbary, and Billy Doran, and he has more than Ray Sanchez and Tony Pena combined. Not too shabby for a pitcher, but he strikes out looking here. Delino De Shields is next. 3-1 to the Shields, and he walks. Alright, so we have wheels on the base paths. Our Marquise Grissom is the next batter. 0-1 to Marquise. Oh, the Shields is going on a pitch out, so he's out. 2 outs now. Full count to Grissom, and he walks. Ivan Calderon, the next batter. No count. Another pitch out, and another. It happens. Greg Myers is the next batter. 2-1 to Myers. And he hits it pretty well. That's going to be extra bases. Grissom gets it at the wall. Myers is safe at second with a double. Alright, next batter is going to be Kiefer Rackley. 1-2 to him. And he strikes out. Dave Veers is next. 2-1 to Dave Veers. Oh, he didn't bunt. Oh, yeah, there was 1 out. Okay, it was kind of useless. Alright, 2 outs now. Runner on second. Otis Nixon is next. No count. It's it to left. Calderon is going after it. And we do not allow a run. Alright, Ivan Calderon is the next batter here. No count to him. It's it to right. That's a hit. Base it to right. Opposite field hit for Calderon. And now hard hitting Mark Whitten is the batter with nobody out and a runner on first. No count. And that's a fielder's choice. They get the lead runner at second. So now Whitten is at first with 1 out. Barbary the batter, 1-1. Grounds it to first. Kind of the same thing. They get the lead runner. Now Barbary's at first with 2 outs, and Bill Doran is the batter. No count to Doran. He hits it to right. That's a single. Barbary's going for third, and he's safe. Alright, so now we have runners on first and third. 2 outs. Ray Sanchez is the batter. 0-1, and he hits it to center. That's going to be good for a run. Alright, single to center for Ray Sanchez. And it is now 3-1 Rockies in the bottom of the 4th. And Tony Pena is going to be the batter now. 1-2 to Pena. And he strikes out looking. Alright, Tony Barron is going to be the next batter here. How many pitches for Carlos? 57. Alright, we're going to go ahead and continue a little bit. Oh, Barron hits it to right. That's going to be a hit. And it is. Scott Brosius is next. Runner on first, nobody out. 0-1 to Brosius. Hits it to center. Grissom after it. He should catch it, and he does. 1 out. Jesse Barfield is next. 1-2. And he strikes out this time. No two-run home run for you this time. Ron Coomer is next. 1-1 to Coomer. Grounds it to second, and he's out. Alright, so not too shabby, not too bad, not too bad. Alright, Dave Veers still the pitcher for the Rockies. Carlos Perez is going to be my batter now. I'm going to keep him in, I think, for at least 1 more inning. That's it to short. And he's out. 1 out. Delino De Shields is the next batter. Full count to the Shields. And that's it pretty good. That's a home run. Delino De Shields with a rare home run here. And that cuts the lead in half. It's now 3-2 for the Rockies. So Grissom comes up next here, 2-2. Oh, he strikes out swinging, but he struck out anyway. Alright, and now Ivan Calderon is next. 1-0 to Calderon. It's it to right, and it's pretty much right at Barfield, so the inning is over. We do get a run, too, so now it's a one-run game against the Rockies going into the top of the 6th. And they're going to start off with Terry Jorgensen here. 0-1 to Jorgensen. It's a 2-second. Oh, that's an error on the Shields. Alright, so an error for the Shields. Runner on first, nobody out. Greg Myers is not a batter. 3-1 to Greg Myers. That's it safely into right, so now there's 2 runners on. Kiefer Rackley is the next batter. Runners on first and third, nobody out. 1-1. Oh god. Okay, that's it right at within, well, not right at him, but he got it. Right. But the Rockies do get a run to come in, so that's a sac fly. Runner scores, it's 4-2, 1 out. Runner on first. Dave Veers the batter. He's gonna bunt more than likely, and he is. Alright, 2 outs now. Runner on second. And Otis Nixon is next. 1-2. It's a to right, and it's a hit. Boo! Alright, so they score. It's now 5-2. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let's pull the plug on Carlos Perez. That hasn't been working for us. I'm gonna bring the really old arm of Rick Mahler in and see if we can get a little bit more than an inning out of this. Alright, stolen base for Nixon. So runner on second, 2 outs and 1-1 to Baron N. Alright. The inning is over. Alright, so Mark Whitten is the next batter here. Dave Veers is still in the game. 2-1. Whitten with the grounder to short. That was a terrible pitch to swing at. 1 out. Brett Barbery is next. 0-2 to Barbery. And he strikes out swinging. 2 outs. Billy Doran is next. Full count to Billy. That's a hit. Right past the shortstop. Alright, so we have a runner on first. Oh, Storm Davis is now going to be the pitcher for the Rockies. 2 outs. Ray Sanchez is the batter. 2-2 for Sanchez today. 0-2. Come on, man. I hope you have some clutch in you. That's a grounder to short, and he's out. And so we are still down 5-2 here. Yeah, I'm going to keep Rick Mahler on. Scott Brosius is going to be the first to face him. 0-1. Oh yeah, that's a grounder to third. The animation looked a little odd, but you know, he's out. That's all that matters. Jesse Barfield is next. 2-2 to Barfield. That's it to left, and that's another hit for Barfield. Alright, so runner on first, 1 out for Ron Kumar. Full count. And he strikes out swinging. Oh, that's a double play. Struck out swinging, and then we retire the runner trying to steal second. You don't see that super often, especially nowadays in the MLB. There's not a lot of stealing attempts no more. Right, Tony Pena gets us started here in the bottom of the 7th. Come on, Tony. No count to him. That's it to left. Otis Nixon after it. And he catches it. 1 out. So, yeah, it's still Storm Davis. That's the pitcher. Let's bring Ruben Rivera as a pinch hitter. 2-2. Oh god, that's that's an error on Greg Myers. Alright, so we have a runner on first, 1 out. Delino the Shields is the next batter. No count on the Shields. Oh, Rivera's going, and there's no throw, so it's a stolen base. That's 6 for him now this season. The Shields, come on, man. 2-2. That's it to left, and that's a it. And Ruben Rivera's just going, and he's safe. 5-3 for the Rockies now. Now the Shields is at first. There's 1 out. Grissom is the next batter. No count. Oh, the Shields is going, and he's safe. 21 steals, sorry, for the Shields. 1-1 to Grissom. It's really well to right field. That's extra bases. Grissom, the Shields is scoring. Grissom is rounding second. He's going for third, and he's safe. That's another triple for Marquise Grissom. And that's now 13 straight games with a hit for him. So that's 2 triples in 2 games for Marquise Grissom. Calderon is the next batter. Runner on third, 1 out. We can tie the game with a fly ball here. Full count. And that's it to right. And I think it's going to be... Oh, that's a diving catch by Barfield, but it is deep enough. Grissom ties the game. It is tied at 5. The Expos are back in it. David Lisicki is now the pitcher for the Rockies. Mark Whitten the batter. 0-1 to hard-hitting Mark Whitten. That's it to right, and he's out. But we tie the game. It's tied at 5. Okay, who am I facing? Okay, I'm going to bring Michael Kerrigan because there's 2 lefties coming. Unless they bring in pinch hitters, of course. Now Terry Jorgensen is going to be the first batter here. 2-0. Now Kerrigan has been pretty good for me this season. Hopefully that continues. Jorgensen with a hit to start the inning. So he gets a single to right. Right, Greg Myers is the next batter here. Nobody out. Runner on first. 2-0 to him as well. It's it to third. And that's a double play. There you go. Right, now Scott Meadows comes in as a pinch hitter. 1-0 to Meadows. That's it weakly to right or center. Grissom gets it, sorry. I got all sorts of confused for a second. Alright, so Lisicki is still the pitcher for the Rockies. Brett Barbary is the batter for us. 2-2 to Barbary. Oh, he swung at it and it's a pass ball, so... Oh, I thought he made it to first. He didn't. Alright, so he's thrown out at first. So 1 out. Billy Doran the batter now. 3-1. And walks. Ray Sanchez is next with runner on first. 1 out. That's it to third. Alright, so they didn't go for the double play, so they only thrown him out at first. So now we have a runner on second. 2 outs. Tony Pena is the batter. 1-0. And that's it to center. That's gonna fall. Come on, come and score, buddy. And he does. Alright, so Tony Pena makes it to second base on the play. And the Expos take the first lead of the game. It is now 6-5 for the Expos. And we're gonna pinch it here for Michael Kerrigan. We're gonna bring Mark Davis as the pinch hitter. Little tiny bit of pop in his... Oh, no, not really. He's only a 42. Forget that I said the word power. And he walks. Alright, so now we have runners on first and second. 2 out. Delino the Shields is the batter. David Lisicki is still the pitcher for the Rockies. 0-2. And he strikes out looking. Alright, so we're going to need a good inning here by Scott Ruskin to shut the Rockies down in the top of the 9th and get the save so that I can win this game. So Jeff Hewson is the first batter here in the 9th inning. 1-0. to Jeff Houston. And that's it to center. Grissom after it. And he's out. 1 out. Otis Nixon is the next batter. Full count to Otis Nixon. Grounds it to second. And he's out. Alright, so Tony Barron is next. 2 outs. Full count. Oh, that's a hit to center. Alright, so the Rockies' hopes are still alive. And it is now Scott Brosius at bat. 2 outs, runner on first. 0-1 to Brosius. Oh, God. That's a wild pitch. So now Barron's at second. 1-1. Alright, and he grounds out too short. So the Expos come back here, showed some good character, and we hold on in the top of the ninth, and we managed to win 6-5 despite the Rockies hitting 12 hits in this game. So we did pretty good. Perez struggled again, but for once my relievers did okay, so we're gonna take that for sure. Oh, Albert Bell now has it in 25 straight games. That's pretty good. Oh, Mo Vaughn's streak ended, so he was on a pretty good streak as well. And it got snapped at 23 games against the Texas Rangers. So that's it for Mo Vaughn's streak. Alright, so yeah, we're going to be playing in Cincinnati next time out. Now, let's see what we have here. Ramirez. So, Manny Ramirez was the player of the week in the AL. And A-Rod got the same honor in the National League. Of course, A-Rod plays for the Padres in my universe. The rookie batting leaders. Alex Rodriguez. Wow. The rookies are struggling a little bit this season, except for A-Rod, of course. And the power rankings, we are up a little bit. We are 19th now out of 28 with 81.8. So we're trending up. So we took 2 out of 3 from the Rockies as well. So, I mean, it's hard to be too critical of that. The next series is going to be a little tough there against the Reds. They have a pretty good team, although I do believe they have a couple injuries. Even then, it's not going to be easy. All right, so let's take a look here. Oh God, yep. So, wow. So we are May 30th, and there are 3 batters that hit over 400 that qualify. Ivan Calderon is first at 417. Then we have A-Rod and Larry Walker as well. Despite that, Calderon is 4th in WAR. Alright. Well, I don't think Ivan Calderon has the ratings to keep it up. I mean, I want for him to succeed, of course, and he had a rebound year last year. He had a pretty good season last season. He hit 314 with 23 home runs and 98 RBIs, so that was not bad, but I don't know. We'll see if he keeps it up. Maybe it's time for my GM to trade him in a package for some awesome talent or something. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and save the game. That's the part where I'm going to go ahead and stop. I am starving. We do have a dinner thing that I have to go and attend for Memorial Weekend, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. As usual, I do want to thank you for tuning in, and if you've liked the video, you would like to, help support me and my channel, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, and all of that good stuff. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.